an old modern cube draft here. We got Ragavan. Good in all red decks, especially in mono red aggro, which is a good deck in this format. There's also Ullamo, which is, there is no channel here, so it's a little harder. I think you need to ramp it out. Heliod, there is some infinite combos with this card. And Ven's Blink of an Eye as okay blue cards, but I'm gonna take Ragavan and maybe I can go mono red. Of course, Fun Mohelgat is not the ideal mono red card. It is playable, but it's a little expensive. You want usually your cards to be a little cheaper. However, there isn't much else here that's super exciting. Dragon Lord Ojutai is a fine finisher. Phantasmal Image also. I think I'm just going to stick with the red cards though. And here's Walking Ballista, which would have worked great with Heliod. Imperial Recruiter could work if I were to go into some sort of twin deck. There is the whole package is in the cube, except I don't think Splinter Twin is in the cube because it's banned. But so I could take that. If I'm mono red aggro, I don't love it too much, but it's pretty good in twin. Okay, so now we got Fasa, no thank you. Galvan Iteration, probably not. Thundering Rebuke, not that good in mono red because it doesn't go to the face. You could just take Sleight of Hand and maybe go into some blue red twin deck, hopefully. Seems fine. Now we have Spellscat, which will protect my combo. It's also a card I could get with Imperial Recruiter. However, Serum Blaze is one of the better mono red cards there is. This cube is more creature centric than vintage cubes, so I think that is good. It's not even that Spellscat is that fantastic in all twin decks, but it's a pretty good sideboard card. Gonna take Searing Blaze though, and maybe go into some back into mono red, which means I may cut this Imperial Recruiter because I think it's a little too slow for mono red. We shall see. Okay, we're back here. We got Chandra Fire Artisan. Seems like a reasonable card. I like the fact that if it gets attacked, it can burn your opponent's face, and it also draws you extra cards and threatens to kind of win the game that way. So I'm gonna take it here, and we get not much here from mono red, but Whirler Rogue could be an okay blue red card. So Inspiring Vantage, but I'm gonna take Whirler Rogue, and this could be some sort of weird blue red nonsense. However, now there is Char luring me back into the mono red direction. I don't even think Subtlety is that great. It's a fine card, but nothing special. Alright, so what is these lands? These are Forest Plains Island and Plains Island Swamp. Not spectacular. I'm gonna take Blink of an Eye. Here there isn't much. So I'll take this. Potential Splash. Gruul Turf is a land that is on color. But Force of Negation is pretty good sideboard card. I'm gonna take the land though. And Looter, no, I think the card draw could be good. Alright, so we're either mono red, or we could be some sort of blue red twin or blue red value deck. Not sure exactly. I guess also it doesn't have to be like an all-in aggro red deck. It could more be like a little bit of a sort of red deck aggressive bent, but with some high end. It's okay to be that sometimes. You can take your opponent a little unaware. Your opponent boards in a bunch of removal spells, maybe life gain cards, and then you just get them with these expensive cards. This card does have the potential to draw an extra card every turn. Alright, so now what? Radiant Flames is not exactly the mono red card I want. There is, however, Earthshaker Kendra. That card is a solid card. It's a 2-1. It's hard to describe an aggressive card as solid, but I just think that's what it is. 2-1 haste, it makes a creature harder to block, and then 6 mana comes back. Yeah. Still no real twin cards to speak of. Here there is Incinerate and Legion Warboss. I just think Legion Warboss is gonna win me more games than a random burn spell. So we are looking to be mono red here. Oh, there is Kiki-Jiki now. Oh man. Kiki-Jiki. The alternative is to take Den of the Bugbear and just give up on the twin. You know what? I think I'm just gonna go all in on mono red here. Dragon's Chandler is a card I don't mind playing. I could also splash Showdown of the Skalds, but Dragon's Rage Chandler I have. Oops, here's Eidolon, nice. So with Dragon's Rage Chandler I have Chandra, Char, Searing Blaze that puts cards in my graveyard. I also have artifacts, and now with Eidolon I'm gonna pick up an enchantment. So looks like mono red, and Phoenix of Ash is awesome. Sword of Fire and Ice, I don't like equipment in mono red usually. Whereas Phoenix of Ash is aggressive. Ooh, Hazard. Okay, so now I'm really happy about this. This is just gonna be a mono red aggro deck with some. It's fine to play Thundermaw as a Chandra's high end. This Imperial Recruiter probably not getting played. It's just too slow. Even though it is interesting that it can get Eidolon, or Ragavan, or Chandler, or Urch. It can get me most things, but it's still slow. I'm not sure I'm gonna play this either. Oh, Experimental Frenzy, I don't mind that. It's another card that can just go crazy in the late game. I like it better than Dismember. I'm not sure I played mono red on a video, so it's nice to do that for once. This card also has some synergy with Dragon's Rage Chandler. You can either put it into the graveyard with ability, or you can get more food so you can escape it. Okay, Radiant Flames is not very good, whereas Polluted Delta doesn't do much for me either. I'm just gonna take Rip Apart. And Metamorph is sometimes playable. Don't like it too much though. Nykthos this is not like a big red deck. I'm gonna take Revelark as an option. If I wanna play white for some reason, which I probably don't, but alright. Now, what cards am I looking for here? Looking for Goblin Guide. Mostly good 1-drops. Also looks for Lightning Bolt. And yeah, we'll see. Jace the Mind Sculptor. I don't know. For me it's between Squee and Collective Defiance. Both are reasonable. This is just a very powerful card though. It removes creatures, it kills your opponent. Whereas Squee I found to be like a bad version of this. Almost, it's very hard to get it back from the graveyard, even though I have Dragon's Rage Chandler, I suppose. I'm gonna take Collective Defiance, just more burn. Just does it all. Ooh, Karisev. Or Rabbit Battery. Karisev is a little better, I think. And Blossom Mare is a quite a good wheel to go with Dragon's Rage. Pump up Delirium. Also works with Phoenix of Ash, but good 2-drops are hard to come by. Yeah, I'm gonna take a pretty bad 1-drop, but you want some 1-drops, and this card also can ping something. Like a looter or something else. Still not worth splashing for Clotis. Mordars or Unlicensed Hearse. I don't like the fact that Mordors doesn't go to the face. Unlicensed Hearse is good graveyard hate, and it also can get crewed by a reasonable amount of creatures. It also means that Dragon's Rage Channel might get Delirium. I mean, I guess that makes for Mordors too. I think Hearse is gonna be better. Ooh, Young Pyromancer. I like that better than a Braid, so let's see, what do I got? I got Searing Blaze, Char, Collective Defiance. That's not a lot actually, now that I think about it. So I just passed Mordors, but the upside of a Braid to be able to kill artifacts is pretty huge. I think I have to take a Braid. Young Pyromancer doesn't look good in this deck, fortunately. Ooh, Soulscar Mage. Not bad. Soulscar Mage on the other hand does trigger from all spells, not only instants or sources, so we will get pumped up by Hearse, Frenzy, and Chandra, so that's a huge distinction there. I think I'm not gonna play the bounce lands, it's just not worth it, I don't think. I have anything in my sideboard. Still don't like Recruiter too much though. I might have to play Recruiter if I don't get enough playables. Oh, Elder Dragon War or Jinxed Idol. Nah, I think Elder Dragon War is gonna be fine here. Dome's opponent digs into my good stuff, works with Dragon's Rage Channeler and Soulscar Mage, and getting a 4/4 flyer is like a pretty good worst case scenario for this card. Okay, Field of Ruin or Obash. I'm not gonna be able to companion Obash, but it is an interesting card to just play in my main deck. So it works with Thundermaw, Warboss, at least the 2/2 version, Phoenix, works with Channeler, Ragavan, Soulscar Mage. And Field of Ruin is not even that good, so I guess I'll take Obash. Blood Crypt. I mean, it doesn't do much for me, I don't think. Take it though. Right now I think I have to play Recruiter. Recruiter is fine. It's not great. Worst case I could also play Metamorph, but prefer not to. Alright. Like at least one more play, but I could play 16 lands, but I might play 17. I do have some expensive cards and Experimental Frenzy. So I think playing 17 lands is okay. Oh, Rapid Battery. Gonna take that over the Bloodstained Mire. Bloodstained Mire works with Chandler, but that's about it. I guess I could also pump up Phoenix or maybe the Hearse, but Rapid Battery is a fine card. Also is gets pumped up by Obash. Don't think this card is getting played here. Alright, so mono red it is. So I managed to dodge Magic Online suggestions for me to play Swamp, so I can cast Obash. Oh well. Okay, we are on the play. With a weak hand. Turn to Hearse. Turn for your Recruiter for something. I think I can ship this. This hand is better though. Since I have Frenzy. I'll put a mountain on the bottom. And Frenzy might just save this hand, we shall see. So I hope my opponent plays some Graveyard Strategy here. Carrion Feeder. Well, so this is a 1/1 that can't block, and you can sacrifice a creature to put a counter on it. So I'm thinking black-red when I see that card, but we shall see. Tenacious Underdog. Yeah, I mean, Hearse does deal with that eventually, if it goes to the graveyard. I'd like to draw something here. Alright, that works. What do I get though? I don't think it is Eidolon. I don't think it is Ragavan either, because it's gonna be face up. It could be Revoker, and I can revoke Carrion Feeder. Yeah. It could also be Legion Warboss, but some of these cards are bad when important to know about. I think I'm gonna take the Revoker to name Carrion Feeder and try to stop my opponent from going crazy with this card. My opponent's playing this for a reason, I have to assume. So, okay, Fable. Right, so I could also name Reflection of Kiki-Jiki, I suppose. Not gonna jump here. Alright, so there's that, that's good. What I'm gonna do is play Revoker. See if my opponent responds. No, okay. I'm gonna name Carrion Feeder though. I'm gonna cast Firebrand. Now I can kill the Carrion Feeder if I want to. Then next time I'm gonna play Frenzy probably. Opponent. So right now the Reflection of Kiki-Jiki is one turn away, and it also doesn't do much. So I don't think I need to panic about that. I think stopping Carrion Feeder from growing and being some sort of combo enabler. Maybe my opponent has some active trees. Okay, so my opponent got Blood Artist and Sedgemoor Witch in the graveyard. I can remove them at will. But I can also kill Carrion Feeder at will. Okay. Can become a 2/2, but I would like to have it in play. Karn. Okay. Alright, that's something I might have wanted to revoke, but I didn't know that. Okay, what is a swamp? Alright, so now I think I'll do is kill that. Then trade here, because now the Revoker is just a Golden Piker. And then remove Underdog and Carrion Feeder, I guess. Another, ooh, a Braid. I kind of want to play Frenzy. The question is, do I play a land first? The reason not to play a land is so I can play a land off Frenzy. And the reason to play a land is I might need a land somehow. But I don't really need a land that badly. In play, I mean. So I'm just going to play Frenzy in case I have a land on top. I didn't, okay. Unfortunate, but... Alright, so now my opponent has Karn and Reflection going. I'm gonna draw Obosh, which I may or may not be able to play, depending on if I draw a land or not. But now... Opponent gets a Construct, which is a 1/1, okay. This can become a 4/4, but I can't crew it for the moment. Ob Nixilis, okay. The good thing about that is that since I have experimental friends, I can just discard cards pretty much at will. But okay, my opponent makes a devil. And I guess I just discard a card here. And attacks to get a treasure. Take it. Alright. Draw, play a land. Play a Dragon's Rage Channeler. Fortunately, I got stuck. But I can now crew the hearse. So do I want to attack with the hearse or do I want to block with it? Or do I want to grow it even further? I think attacking with the hearse doesn't do much. It just gets the devil and then that pings something. So I think it's better to have it ready for blocks. And also Graveyard Hate. But I'm in trouble here because now the reflection is active. And okay, you can get a mountain. So now my opponent has Swamp and Pyromancer in exile. Card hasn't done much this game. I think I can lose 2 life here. Eventually I'm gonna get rid of the frenzy. Here now though, I think discard. Opash, I guess. Oh, I should have probably discarded a braid so I can get this to Delirium. That was punt. Oh well. Playing a little loose here. Alright, so if my opponent attacks with everything, I'm gonna crew the hearse. Attempt to block the 2/2. Take 2 from the devils, then I'm gonna take another one when it dies end of turn, or my opponent could ping one of my creatures. Alright. I don't think exiling one of my own cards is gonna do much here. Okay. Each player discards a card, alright. At least now Dragon's Rage Channeler got Delirium at last. But this frenzy needs to do some good stuff. Yeah. A Phoenix, okay. And a land. And a battery. That's it. Alright, so I'm at 10. I think I'm gonna have to go Planeswalker hunting here. My opponent has 4 Planeswalkers in play. How about... I don't think Liliana is that important. I think Ob Nixilis 3. Ob Nixilis 2. And I suppose I can attack Liliana for 1. Just to make it. I guess this couldn't... So let's see. Okay, so you can't play lands or crossbows on your hands, so I could actually still escape the Phoenix if that's on the table. Alright. Thunder. Alright, I guess I'm dead then. If my opponent copies it. Alright. So what do I want to sideboard in? I don't have much, honestly, but I still like the hearse. This seems like a black red is usually a graveyard, and also so Tenacious Underdog. So I think the hearse should probably stay. Question is, do I want the Metamorph? It can't copy Planeswalkers, so that's not good, but it can copy something like Seasoned Pyromancer, maybe. Question is, do I have anything that's bad? Don't think so. I think most of my cards are good. Alright. On the play. Yeah. Could draw some lands, but I have a lot of things to do in the meantime. And Hazoret, I think, is going to be great in this matchup. Just because my opponent's going to have a hard time dealing with it. I didn't see any exile removal. Of course, Liliana of the Whale could sometimes kill Hazoret, but then I would have to have nothing else in play. So, the only way that this hand goes bad is if I draw a bunch of 4-drops and 3-drops and don't draw lands. But the question is, do I cast this on turn 2 blind naming something? And what would I blind name? There's a lot of spicy options, like some Planeswalker, Carrion Feeder. Alright. Bloodstained Mire. Okay, so Revoker doesn't trigger for hours, even though it's an artifact. And I can't name Bloodstained Mire. I want F6, but sadly, like, this is non-land, so if it were Piffing Needle, could have got my point pretty good. But I guess I name Obnixilis. No, I think Obnixilis is, yeah, Obnixilis. Seems like it. The adversary. Because making a devil is gonna be backbreaking against my deck. Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Tenacious Underdog. Okay, I could upgrade that. Draw a land too. So if I upgrade that, it's gonna, I don't think my opponent's gonna be able to afford to escape that anytime soon. So I'm just gonna braid attack for 4. And unfortunately, even if I draw a land, I still can't attack with Hazoret, even though I could play it. Okay. Midnight Reaper. Okay, I drew a land. I could shard that. My opponent draws a card, but then I could also play Hazoret. I kind of like shard because it means that if my opponent draws a land, then if I draw a land, I can just slam Hazoret and attack. And even though I did 2 for 1 myself, my opponent took 1 and also, okay, Radiant Flames. There's a sideboard card. Alright, I'm just gonna cast Hazoret and attack for 5. And my opponent needs Liliana here. Liliana of the Veil would be very good. But I think dealing my opponent 5 here when I have the option to not get chump blocked means that I have a reasonable amount of burns, but I could Collective Defiance, for example. Doughty Voidwalker. That's not a card that I'm too scared of. But, okay. Guess that's Charm Blockers. I could also start stockpiling cards and dome my opponent, but it's funny how Obnixilis' ability sort of helps Hazoret in some ways. Not at this point, I don't think, but you know. I'll lose 2. Ooh. That's game, I think. Even though it only deals 1, it is enough. Okay. Attack my opponent. Okay. Got a little lucky there. I think if I hadn't drawn Searing Blaze, things could have been kind of awkward. I would have to choose between activating Hazoret to play Obosh, and things could have gotten awkward pretty fast. Still don't know if Metamorph is very good. Copying Midnight Reaper is a thing. Yeah. So I have to be mindful of Radiant Flames, but Radiant Flames is mostly only gonna deal 2, right? I guess my opponent had a trial. Alright, yeah, I mean, you can't chip this. Hand is good with an Experimental Frenzy on the top, and I draw a land which is kind of nice here. Got 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, 4 drop. This can also deal some damage. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, 2 to persist. Oh well, I guess I'm gonna have to slow down a little while now. So let's see here. So if my opponent plays a blocker, it's gonna be hard for me to attack. I mean, I could equip, but also this card is very nice with Open Ixalis. If my opponent has that, which I hope is not the case, but Kroxa, okay. Huh. I'm almost thinking I should discard Legion Warboss here. I think it's the worst card. It doesn't do anything. I mean, it's a 2/2 mentor, but the 1/1 just does nothing. And I don't want to discard any of my more expensive cards. I think it's Legion Warboss. I think Collective Defiance is gonna be just better here. Alright, so I think I collected. I'm not gonna collect the Defiance. I'm just gonna quit. And if my opponent wants to save 2 lives by downgrading Putrid Imp, that's fine. Okay. Yes. Opponent could also have Village, right? Okay. Could have done that with Kroxa, so weird. Alright. I do have some good late game cards in my hand though. And if I want to keep this back on defense, it is a 2 powered first striker. Oh, Nahiri. Okay. Alright. Almost too many good cards here. This can't deal with Planeswalkers. Oh, it can actually. Let's play a land. What do I do here? I don't have to define this exactly right now. I could wait a turn. No, I can't. Escalate. I don't want to play Chandra though. Don't like this being in play though, to be able to get cards in the grave for Kroxa. Nah, I'm just gonna play Chandra. Not gonna be able to play that, of course, but this can also deal with planes. If my opponent attacks, this is gonna be able to deal 1 to Nahiri. Alright, so that deals with Chandra, but at least I get to kill Nahiri, you know. So it's an even trade, and now I have to deal with the 5/5 though. This only deals 4, unfortunately. Alright, so now what? Yes, I play Hazoret and can equip to 2, and then next turn I can attack with it. It's a race now. No, that Thundermaw was unfortunate. Alright, things got even worse. Okay, so now I think I'm gonna deal creature. So 4 damage to a creature and to a creature and play the hearse, get rid of Kroxa and Siege King, I suppose, and attack, because I'm not gonna win by not attacking. So now my opponent can attack me for 8, which is a 2-turn clock, but I'm not sure there's much I can do. My opponent is playing somewhat defensive. This gives me a chance. Never mind. Yeah, alright, we're there. Let's see here. Alright, let's give it this one more game, or one more round I should say. Alright. One thing I'm thinking about when I'm playing here is my curve is too high. I mean, I don't know what other picks I could have made, but it's possible I should not have been mono red playing this high of a curve, but we shall see. I'm gonna go carry Sev here because Earthshaker Kenner is a little wasted here because it doesn't trigger, and Phyrexian Revoker in the blind is just, what do I even name? I don't even know if my opponent is mono red or what I should even be naming here. Alright, that's an annoying card. I wish I had a removal, but since I don't, I'm just going to attack for 6 and hope that my opponent is weak to Thundermaw, doesn't have an answer. Because this Pyromancer could be annoying. This is Incinerate. Okay, so my opponent removes that and gets a 1/1. Alright. Oh, okay, so let's play that, donk that, and I think I'm actually going to offer trade, because Kendra can come back for 6 mana, so I don't mind a trade too much. Then I'm gonna cast Revoker mostly to get on the board, and I'm gonna name I have basically no idea. But I guess Elspeth Knight there. Seems like that could be kind of annoying. Probably just a Goblin Piker here, but could also have named Chandra Torch of Defiance, I suppose. So, from what I've seen, it looks like my opponent is also some sort of aggressive deck, but has Boros. Oh, I should have named that. So the graveyard hit doesn't matter too much. I mean, it's going to get rid of my Earthshaker Kenra here, but other than that, it's not going to do that much. Okay, well, restore an artifact. And attack for 4. Fortunately, that got rid of my Earthshaker Kenra, so now I'm kind of all in on Thundermaw if my opponent deals with my board, which shouldn't be a big problem. I mean, my crits are very small. My opponent basically only needs to sneeze at my creatures for them to not be able to attack or die, whatever. But this Thundermaw is a backup plan. Blood-tainted Adversary can replay Incinerate. Okay, so there goes my board. I wonder if my opponent's going to attack here. Probably not. Oh, okay. Well, I drew a land, so now I get to put my opponent at 2-1. Which means that any burn spell is good if my opponent can't deal with Thundermaw, which there are answers to. Nahiri, Skyclave Apparition. Like a March of Otherworld Journey. Stonecoil is also an answer. It does have reach. And Thundermaw doesn't deal damage to reach creatures, unfortunately. Yeah, so I guess I just pass. And hope to draw something. There are arguments for playing the land there because I have Experiment of Frenzy in my hand, but yeah, so my opponent gets Fable, which is a combo with Bloodthirst the Adversary. But I'm very close to killing my opponent here. Ah, that does not work, unfortunately. So I could dash, attack with everything, but then my opponent... I'm gonna hold Dragonman because it is haste creature, but very close to killing my opponent here. Okay, so I have Searing Blaze as a reason to hold a land, although at this point Searing Blaze would just be lethal anyway. So I have Searing Blaze as an out. Sword of Protection from green and white, okay. Okay. And if it deals damage, you get to blink a creature and search for a land. So I guess take this and I guess one can just blink this, but can't pay for the ability. Oh. Oh yeah, the land comes into play untapped. Okay, so never mind. But choose not to do it. 3 mana. Comes into play untapped. Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright. Just gonna do this then. And if my opponent has Lightning Helix, So now let's see what I think. Unlicensed Hearse is not great, but it does mess a little bit with Lion's Sash. I might just want Metamorph instead though. Just because this can copy a sword. It can copy like a young pyromancer maybe. I think it's gonna be better than the Hearse. Yeah, I mean this hand is okay. It's expensive, but it has an answer to young PC. Or that for that matter. So yeah, my opponent looks to be aggressive. I think I'm just going to do this now so I don't get some random pump spell, or I don't know what card's legal exactly. But Elder Dragonborn was a nice pickup, and so was that. Opponent is missing white for the moment. Incinerates my face. That's ambitious, considering I'm mono red and has a lot of creatures. Okay, so I could now get Revoker and revoke the sword. The problem with that play is that my opponent may be able to play and equip next turn, but what else do I have? Do I have an artifact removal? No, I don't. Let's just go ahead and get Revoker then. Let's see here. So this is not the best sword I've ever seen, but it's a risk factor. Okay, I guess I'll take 8, no problem. Oh, 4, it's only 4. Yeah, my opponent has to escape it first. Alright. I don't know if my opponent's burn plan's gonna work here, but I'm gonna play Revoker, name Sword of Heart and Home. At the very least, this should delay the equipping a little bit. And Thundermaw is ready. Opponent has alright. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. I don't think my opponent's gonna be able to burn me out with 3 cards in hand. Does not seem likely. I'm just gonna go Thundermaw and next turn Obosh makes Thundermaw lethal. Guess I can attack like this because I might want to jump and a haste attacker. And 1 damage I don't think matters because Obosh is lethal next turn. 10 and 12. But Lightning Bolt Revoker, okay. So now the sword is ready to be equipped. But it does not give protection from red. Huh. Geek. Well, this is also lethal if my opponent doesn't have anything. Because Thundermaw is 10 and Recruiter is 2. And my opponent has no cards in hand, so that's fine. Alright. Yeah. And I get to be on the play all 3 rounds. So I got 2 1-drops, 2 2-drops, 3 2-drops. I'm gonna keep. Yeah. This is loosey-goosey, but Font is on islands. Sleight of hand. Oh, nice. Carry Sev. I guess there are arguments to not play Carry 7, play Earthshaker, because if I draw a land I could play Carry 7, equip it. But on the other hand I could play Dragon's Rage Chandler and equip it if I don't draw a land. And getting this as an attacker in play is, I think, important. This is Prismatic Ending. In that case my opponent needs to pay 2 to... Oh. What's going on? My opponent exiles Approach. Oh, it's March of the Otherworldly Light, I guess. What's going on? Yeah, okay, yeah. March of Otherworldly Light. Okay. Did not draw land, so I could play Dragon's Rage Chandler and equip. Then attack for 2, or I can play Earthshaker and attack for 3. Earthshaker could have some value later to prevent a block, but I'm just... I think getting a haster into play is good. Attack for 3 and then... I figure it's hard for my opponent to play a creature that this ability does something against. Opponent is clearly a control deck, big with Approach from the Second Sun. Okay, opponent plays Bankbuster and... Okay, that's good. So I can cast this and not dash it. And then I can equip it with Rabbit Battery and get the trigger. Very nice. Get a treasure so I could cast Dragon's Rage or not, depending on what I see here. So I get Spell Pierce. So now do I want to cast Dragon's Rage Chandler, or do I want to save the treasure to be able to cast Elder Dragon Ward at some point? Or Frenzy? I don't think Dragon's Rage Chandler does much here, so I'm just going to save my treasure for a rainy day. Opponent is up to 4 mana now. I smell a removal spell for Ragavan, but play land. Can't play Wandering Emperor. So the reason I don't wanna... Oh, that's interesting. So I could draw a card. Is that really worth it? Or 2, I guess, with the... Played until the end of turn. I think I'd rather... A Revoker here. Name Bankbuster. Reckoner, Bankbuster. My opponent did not respond. Interesting. No, I think I'm gonna pass. And the reason is that I want to save Chandler so I can haste it out next turn. Okay. Weird. Opponent had nothing. Or maybe a double white cards. So, blue-white with Approach. Here's a matchup where Metamorph could be decent. What do I take out though? Maybe Hearse. Doesn't seem like it does much against the blue-white deck most of the time. I mean, what card could my opponent even have? Like Memory Deluge, who cares? So I think I like that switch. Metamorph can have some juicy targets. Yeah. Alright, I guess I keep. It's not great, but Recruiter could get like a... what's it called? Eidolon Great Rebel, that could be kind of good. Oh, red. Didn't see that last game. Fateful Absence. Okay, I don't mind that. That gives me a card at some point. For now, though, I'm going to play Dragon's Rage Chandler. Get some beatdowns going. Okay. Alright, I don't think there's many flash creatures that punish me here. What do I get? Do I get the Eidolon, or do I get something more good when in the later game? Maybe I should get Metamorph. Could also get Ragavan. It's a lot of interesting stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and get Metamorph. That just insulates me against some expensive card. Okay, so let's play Eidolon, and I can crack the clue too. Opponent has done a lot of nothing here. Okay, so there's Archmage's Charm. Okay. Fine. That's a 1/1. Here's where I don't want to see Teferi. Teferi would be bad for me, I think. Alright, crack the clue. Ooh, that could be good. I think I'm going to cast Obashto to pump up my creatures. Okay. Suppose I could have played around that, maybe. But two mana. Cycle for 0. Okay. Guess if you need to hit your land drops. But my opponent didn't. Okay, I'm gonna cast Phoenix of Ash. It's the best against counter spells because it has escape. Escapes for 3 cards. Okay. Well, I guess I play some other haste creatures then. I could also metamorph my recruiter at some point. Oh, that's gross. I could sack this to prevent 3, but then I would have to give up another creature. I think the Fnatic Fairbairn's going to be better then. It's also just 2 because I'm missing an attack, right? So I'm only sacrificing this to deal my opponent 2 in a sense. And I could now escape the Phoenix too. If my opponent has a sweeper here, for example. Murktide Regent, okay. That's good. I could metamorph that, but it's just a 3/3 if I do that. That was unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Alright, so let's play Legion Warboss. And I could haste that up, but is that good? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think I'm just going to attack with everything here. Deal 3 and try to grind my opponent out with damage. Hortigene, okay. If I copy that, my creature is going to be a 0/4. Never mind. Whoa, okay. That's aggressive. Well, I hope you have something here, because if you don't, I'll be in trouble here. Thoughts? That was an aggressive attack. I mean, oh, it's another March. All right. So now my opponent is down to 1 card, so exile 3 cards, I guess doesn't matter too much. Raid, Firebrand, Soulscar Mage. And attack for 5. My opponent is technically dead next turn if my opponent has nothing. If I metamorph the Phoenix, then I can attack for 7. Of course, this pumps as well for 3 mana. Okay, that should be attack. If my opponent attacks It's dead. Okay, so now this can become a 7 free flyer. Which means I can attack with everything and my opponent has to block the Phoenix, and then it can escape next turn. Opponent gets a Keranos trigger, but I can't copy it with Metamorph because it's not a creature, just no. Okay. Island, so my opponent gets to draw that extra card this turn. On the flip side though, my opponent did not get to deal me 3 damage. 6 mana. 6 mana. It cannot be approached. It's the second sun. Which is relief. Oh, 0 scrutiny for 1. Okay. Alright, so now let's escape this. And unfortunately, if my opponent has a counterspell here, I can't escape it again. But I have to metamorph Imperial Recruiter if that's the case. And get something sweet. Okay. Alright, thank you for watching this modern cube. I think I prefer vintage cube, but it's nice to do something else sometimes.